Hello everyone and thanks for hanging out with me. Did I find my next car? Well, I don't know, but I pre-ordered a new car for me, and pre-ordering doesn't mean I will buy it, and I still let you guess a tiny bit for a few seconds. And what is it? It is? It's the Smart One. Yes, I pre-ordered the Brabus edition, the all-wheel drive with over 400 horsepower, and there's a few reasons for that, and we get into all of it. The main reason why I pre-ordered the Smart One is the mix between features, range, charging, and price. That was very important to me because I looked at the Ioniq 6, but for my next car I want an all-wheel drive model. I would really like to have that, and the all-wheel drive model of the Ioniq 6 is pretty expensive, above 60,000 euros, because you can only get it with a big battery, which I would want anyways to have a bit of range. The other one, 53 kilowatt hours, I think, is not enough. And the Brabus starts of course at 49,000 euros, and you get a lot. First, let's look at the car a bit. Not the best looking car, but also my ID3 that I own right now is also not the best looking car, and it's also not the most important part for me. If it's extremely ugly, maybe, and for example Ioniq 6 was also not very pretty. I pre-ordered the car. You have to pay 500 euros and then you get a voucher. What is important? Well, for me it was first of all the size. Like I said, it's a tiny bit bigger than the ID3, so when it comes to length, width and height, it's almost the same weight. It has a 66 kilowatt hour battery, so almost the same thing. Usable 64 kilowatt hours. WLTP range of the Brabus edition is 400 kilometers. My ID3 was 420. But like I said, important to me was the all-wheel drive. I wanted that for a while. 3.9 seconds 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. Top speed 180 kilometers. 428 horsepower, which is 315 kilowatt. Torque is 543 Newton meters. I asked Smart about the voltage of the battery, and it's 250 volt when it's empty and 485 volt when it's at 100%. It seems a bit much, 250, so a bit low. But that's what the answer I got. You might say, why did you not get a Tesla? Well, I drove a few Teslas and they're just not my thing. The sporty ride is a bit too sporty for me, and I don't know with the Smart One. I just don't know. Maybe it's sporty too, and it's not my thing at all when I drive it. Dealers around the area should get the car in the end of the year, hopefully. I don't know if it will be a Brabus edition or just the normal launch edition or a normal car. We'll see. But Teslas with the sporty drive, the steering, and the extreme minimalistic design that there's no buttons anywhere was just not my thing, and Smart is going in a direction that seems to be interesting to me. Charging, the normal Smart One has 11 kilowatt AC charging. The Brabus, and you can get it in the normal one too, for if you pay extra, 22 kilowatt AC. And at home it doesn't matter, I have 11 kilowatt at home, but when I'm on the road, maybe AC charging at 22 kilowatt is good. DC charging, we have 150 kilowatt peak, and Smart says 30 minutes from 10 to 80%. Let's go through some things what the Smart One Brabus edition has. First, we have a few colors. We have this with the red roof, but you can have it like this, or like this, this, and this. And I think I will go for the black, but I don't know yet. I don't know about the color yet. I think the black looks mean. I like mean. We have a nice spoiler here, yeah, sporty. We have a Cybersparks LED Plus lights. We have the 19-inch Dynamo alloy wheels, and we have a panorama roof that can be closed. Inside we have the Brabus logo everywhere and a bit of red. We have Alcantara steering wheel. Yeah, this is interesting. They're already talking about over-the-air updates and that you can do it via your phone. so they get a message on your phone that there's an update available, and then updating. For an ID3 owner, that sounds very very nice. We have a digital key as well if you want to use that. Then we have assistance system, we have highway assist with a lane change and safety assist, where's maneuver out of the way. We have, of course, adaptive cruise control, stop and go, blind spot warning. We have a park assist where it parks itself. But even before I have the car, I have a few pros, cons, okay, and unknown. Oh, of course, because the car is not out. But let's start with the pro and then go down. My pro of this car is the size. Like I said, it's not a huge SUV that I don't like, and it's not extremely low sports car. I like that the rear seats are movable. You can move them forward and backwards. The trunk is not very big, that's in the okay, but I also don't need a lot of trunk space. But when I put the seats forward, then the trunk has more space. It's still smaller than in the ID3, but what I have seen is, since we barely have passengers in the rear, mostly our 3 dogs, I can put the seat very forward so the dogs are closer to us, not so far away. I like that. I like the price, like I said, for a 66 kilowatt hour battery, very good, well-equipped car. I don't know if everything what you see is already in the base model of the Brabus. We'll see when the pricing comes out and if I can configure it fully. It doesn't have to be extremely powerful, so if they would have brought a 300 horsepower all-wheel drive model, I still would like it. But the power and acceleration is just awesome. 3.9 seconds, that's almost Model Y performance. Or Model 3 performance is faster, but wow. The 22 kilowatt AC charging is a nice touch. Not extremely important to me, but still nice. I like with the digital key. I don't think I will use that, but it's nice that it has that feature. And I've seen that in the app. It says that you can of course preheat the car, but also turn the seat heater on. And again, that's normal for a lot of cars, I'm sure, but ID cars don't have that yet. I like the top speed of 180, not just 160. Sometimes you want to go a tiny bit faster. I know in Germany, but this just happens. Sometimes you want to be, let's see how we go. I have to go a bit faster. I have enough battery. I want to go there fast. Now let's get to the next category, which is okay. The range is okay. To be honest, for my next car, I would have loved above 70 kilowatt hour battery and 500 kilometers of WLTP range, but it also costs more. Bigger battery just costs more. And what is it? So either it's Ioniq 6 for 60,000 euros or this for 50,000 euros. With Ioniq 6 I get more space and way better charging, and in the Smart 1 I get more power and cheaper by 10,000 euros. Charging with 150 kilowatt, we have to see the charging curve. We'll see what 150 kilowatt means. So is it just a tiny peak and only in the bottom like in ID models, or will it happen for a while and be above 100 kilowatt? We'll see. It says under 30 minutes from 10 to 80%. It has a frunk, but it's tiny, 15 liters, but for one charging cable that's enough, and that's a nice touch that you at least have your AC charging cable there in the front. Trunk is not that big, but I said it's not so important to me, and the design is okay. It looks like a Smart and it looks a bit toyish. It doesn't look very grown up. We'll see. My cons. The things that I'm not impressed about the Smart 1 is that first it's built in China, and I'm not talking about build quality. I've seen Model Ys made in China. It looks fantastic. I don't see any problem with that, and I don't have anything against Chinese people. It's just nowadays I would have loved if cars that I bought was built at least in Europe. Or I know that even in the ID3, batteries and other components, everything is built in China but then assembled in Germany. And it doesn't have to be in Germany, but it would have been nice if it had been in Europe, you know, support the local stuff a bit. That would have been nice. Yeah, the infotainment system is another thing. When you look at the pictures, it looks a bit toyish and a bit, like I said, not grown up with that fox, and it looks a bit busy. Yeah, I have to try it out and see how that is. Maybe I'm just wrong, but just from the looks of it, it doesn't look very grown up. The middle console in the middle, that it's just so much that it seems like there's a lot of space wasted. I don't know what's in there. Yes, you have a compartment that you can put in there, and you have your phone here in the middle, and underneath is space. But I don't know. It seems like this just could be gone, and then you have a lot of space, more of a roomy feeling, but I could be wrong. When you sit in it, maybe it's fine. Then in the Brabus edition, if you want the full power, you have to go into Brabus mode. So there's Eco, Normal, Sport, and then Brabus mode. Then you have the 428 horsepower, and then you can have a motor sound. So something like this, and I don't know. If you put this in your car, I don't know if I can have respect for you. It's just stupid. I'm sorry. I asked Smart if you can turn that off, and yes, you can. And I will do that the first second I get into the car. That's just stupid. I'm sorry. I said it. Now to the unknown things. First of all, the comfort. Will it be comfortable to drive? I asked Smart if the Brabus edition has a sportier drive, if the suspension is sportier, and they just said that the higher weight, because of the two motors, the suspension has been adjusted. I don't know what that means, if it's sportier. I guess it's a bit sportier. So is it comfortable? How is the drive feel when you drive? Does it feel good? How's the steering? Is it direct? Is it too sensitive, too light, too heavy? Is it stable? Is it stable at higher speeds? That's stuff I love about my ID3. How's the noise level in the car? Those are the things that I don't know about. I hope I asked for a press car as well, and they said they put me on the list. They don't have press cars yet. We'll see how. I don't think I'm very high on that list, and I still don't know what color I want. We'll see. We see how the whole leasing thing is. I will do the leasing over a company, and we'll see how that all is. But I'm excited that this is a car that looks like it could be a good replacement of my ID3. Again, it's not sure. Pre-ordering doesn't mean buying. We have to see at the end. A big problem, of course, is that my ID3 will stay till September of 23, and the Smart One should come out in February or March. And I asked Smart, they told me the Brabus edition is being built at the same time. And they're already building customer cars right now, by the way. So right now it should come, the Brabus edition should come out at the same time. So not launch edition and then this. So launch edition will be 1,000 cars, I think. I prefer the Brabus edition anyway. So we'll see when I will get the car and what I do if it's an overlap. If I still have ID3, maybe I can rent it out somehow. I will ask around. Okay. What do you think about my choice? Put in the comments. And what do you think, what color I should get? Yes, that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.